Welcome to the Triple Dot Podcast, the weekly podcast talking all things trainers, sneakers, kicks, creps, whatever you call them, wherever you are in the world. My name is Scott, and with me, as they are every single week, they've survived the heat. Erkin and Prozek, we are back, just about.
Just about, man. I was about to melt. Honestly, it's been crazy, yeah. But it won't be a UK podcast without moaning about the weather. But yeah, we give thanks. All good. Turkey are officially out of the World Cup, so good riddance.
How did you play so well against the hardest team in your group?
Absolutely smashed that game,
bro. To me,
that was so weird.
That's all I needed to see. I didn't even. That's the only game I didn't stay up for because it was 5 a.m. the first game. Second was 4 a.m. This one was 3 a.m. And I was like, nah, I'm done with them. Washed my hands with them. Woke up 3-2. Probably game of the tournament to a lot of people, especially to the Turks. And yeah, to me, that's the World Cup final, man. So we are officially World Cup champions. But nah, man, all good. Prozek, how you doing, bro?
Good.
Bro, can't complain, man. Blessed, man. Shout out to everyone just managing to get through this heat wave that we've been dealing with for the last week, man. Shout out to everyone that jumped on the train, bro, because, bro. Crazy work, man. But yeah, been blessed, man. Been blessed. Great week, alive. You get me? Yeah. I have to do a little bit of a complaint, bro. Maybe I should apologize again first. Yeah, mate, these lot have been putting out some crazy AI videos, and they've been using my likeness in these videos, man. People saying stuff about people that stink. You know that would never be me. Yeah, AI is crazy right about now. These men have been doing crazy work on the AI. So just I want to apologize if that version of Prozac offended anybody. I just want to put that out there, man. But yeah, the AI has been mad out here, broski.
You know what? To kind of balance it out a bit, this week with the heat, everyone stank, so it's fine. You know what? I always feel the train.
He said it in the right week. The
train. I feel for anyone that was getting on the train. I was quite glad that I'm going to London next week, not this week, because I couldn't have done that. I always feel for London because obviously it is the hottest part of the country by such a long way. But there is one place that was even hotter than central London, and that was Paris, and everywhere in France that was absolutely cooking. But cooking for different reasons, because this week, Paris Fashion Week, and lo and behold, of course, we had everything going on, all of the brands coming out, and I quite like what's happened to Paris Fashion Week, because it always used to be kind of like really high-end stuff, and no one really in streetwear and sneakers really spoke about it to the level that we do now. Now it's, all of the brands are coming out. It's the time to see early product for next year, really get a feel for it, activations, panel discussions, all of this type of thing. And it's really getting people involved. And, there's a lot of people from the UK that travel over there now. So, yeah, fair play to everyone that was bearing the heat doing Paris Fashion Week. And I hope that all of the venues were fully air-conned. They probably were, because it's only the UK that's dumb enough not to do that. But there was a lot of products that we've seen come out of this. I mean, was there anything in particular that caught any of your eyes? Because there has been a lot of stuff that's been out. I know there are a few brands in particular that caught my eye for different reasons, I will say. Saucony was the first one for me.
Yeah, absolutely. That ride one, bro.
All of the stuff from Saucony, the West Side Gun stuff, the red pair, it's going to be up Prozek Street. He loves an all red shoe. I can't, like, that multicolor animal pair. I said before,
there's so many pairs from Saucony, bro. They've absolutely,
it's ridiculous.
Yeah, they're in a mad purple patch, bro. They're just smashing it. Yeah, that's gonna go crazy
because the West Side Gun, like I said, the animal one, the grid jazz that they've done, like it kind of is a bit similar to the first J tips in terms of the multi-color, the animal patterns and everything. But damn, it looks so good, and I do think it's probably a better model. And yeah, the Japanese inspired pack, everyone kept giving it, what do they call it, omakase or something. they're apparently one of the guys who is he's like lead on collaboration said that is not the name of the pack. He actually ran a competition. He said anyone that gives me the best name for this pack, we'll send you out a free pair. But it's like mismatch fabrics, and that's kind of the reason they've given it the Japanese name, is because it's like patchwork style. There's a Pro Grid Omni 9, there's a Triumph 4, and there's an Endorphin runner of some description, and they are all beautiful. And I'm amazed because they'll be GRs and everyone has lost their minds for them.
Yeah, they look clean, bro.
And then there's also another Omni 9 that's like red with kind of an orangey goldy gradient over the top of it, which looks beautiful as well. And that, I believe, is going to be a kind of year of Chinese New Year pack. Because if you look at it, it's got some scaling around the collar, and on the back heel counter, there's some Japanese text on there as well. So I'm assuming it's going to be another one of those, because their packs, like when they do like a Year of the Dragon, Year of the Snake, whatever it might be, shoe, are just 10 out of 10, and these look amazing. But I think that might be the brand that I've seen most of from Paris Fashion Week. All of the
Sorry,
stuff.
before you jump off of Saucony, did you see the Cortado Ride Ones?
Yes.
So clean. Bro, that Ride One like silhouette, bro. Mark my words, next year you're gonna see that shoe everywhere. Ride Ones, bro. They're gonna go mad on that shoe, bro. It's just so clean. Everything about
it's incredible, isn't it?
Everything about the shoe is cold, bro.
It was a really weird one because I wasn't expecting it to be like that. Like I when I saw it, I didn't think people would get on with it as much as they have. Like I thought that Ride One, it would be one of those like GRs that they put out and people go, oh yeah, it's all right. But again, I'll say again, all of these will be GRs, bar the West Side Gun stuff. Nearly all of these will be GRs and accessible somewhere. And I'm really glad that people are giving it kind of big hype, because that Japanese like patchwork pair, the Omni 9 and
I'm
the Triumph.
looking at them now. Yeah, they look crazy, bro.
Yeah.
They look amazing, bro. They look amazing. And I could imagine like there's gonna be some sort of J tips, sort of people that missed out on the original J tips, thinking, you know what, man? If you squint your eye and turn your head to the left and did a little bit of like, you know what I'm saying, like this kind of could work. This kind of could work. Just scratch that itch. You get me? Because sometimes in life, man, you're never gonna get that pair that you missed out on. Sometimes it's about getting as close as you can. And the idea is very, very cool, man. The idea is very, very cool. That the sort of multi woven and the sort of like the strong embroidery as well, man. Like you can just see it tells a really cool story, man. But Saucony, like I was just talking to, so a shout out to John Suave. He just had his little girl's first birthday party, but Jamal from Crep Collection Club was there. They do a lot of work with StockX now, and they sell a lot of stuff on StockX. They were saying that Saucony is having a bomber of a year. They are doing crazy numbers on Sauconys, bro. So like, I'm not even surprised, bro. In this runner market, Sauconys are absolutely killing it, bro. So I think next year Saucony is definitely going to be strong. And we thought, I mean, at least I did, them losing J tips would actually affect them negatively. And I'm not saying it's not in a way, because they've not replaced them. Obviously, you can't really say Westside Gun is a replacement of J tips. It's a different sort of area. It's not the same thing, but like they don't seem like they're taking a backward step at all.
Nah.
And they've looked internal and they've come up with some amazing designs, which I love. So yeah, man, shout out to Saucony, bro, killing it.
Yeah, you know what this reminds me of? The Concepts Air Max 1,
bro.
And I know
facts,
totally different. But
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 that DNA is there, bro. That DNA is there, bro. That DNA is definitely there.
It looks great, man. This whole pack. The Omni 9 especially, though, they look like they need to come home, bro.
That red pair.
About it.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
Oh, don't. Saucony's had a little bit of a lull. Like, there's been some really good GR pairs that I've missed out on because I've been stupid and kind of just... last year, there was so much stuff coming through that
Yeah.
you think the GRs you can leave them and you're probably going to pick them up somewhere else, and it just never happened. But
It's not
these,
a
I think
thing.
next year I'm going to have to put some serious, some serious
I'm
kind
gonna try
of
to get
thought aside for these.
that West Side Gum red pair looks
Yeah,
mad, bro. Not even be. Maybe just
that's
just
such
a
a you
mark.
shoe.
Bro, I'm just a mark for a mad red shoe, bro, but crazy
Mm.
shoe. And he's got, because the thing is, his thing is, he's like a wrestling guy, bro. He's got the scorpion,
Yeah,
like he's got the scorpion in a little like
that
glass, like
stinger.
gold thing, bro. Bro. Sting is one of the legends, bro. That is one, bro. This guy's a heel as well. Like, yeah, it's strong. It's strong. It's very,
It's
very
good.
strong. It's very
And
strong.
seeing as you mentioned J Tips,
Oh
I
my
feel like we should move across to Nike, because one of the things, and I did want to talk about Nike because they were a brand that also caught our eyes for a number of different reasons. But the first thing that kind of came out was the unveiling of the Nike Air Bacon Low, which is, you know, a basketball shoe of some description. And yeah, it got debuted at Paris Fashion Week, number of different colorways and a Supreme collab, etc. kind of that was J Tips was wearing. However, it's strongly rumored that J Tips' first shoe is the Nike Air Bacon Low.
They're doing my boy dirty, bro. They brought him into Man City and they put him on the bench, bro. That should just set up.
Free J Tips.
Facts, bro. Get my boy out. Get my boy out ASAP, bro.
I can't, honestly. Out of every shoe, we
So
we
annoyed.
literally had this question about what we wanted him to do and what we thought they were going to get him to do, and it's this.
How many Air Maxes, bro, has he passed up to do a bacon, bro? That's the studio album. They're setting him up. They're
It's
setting him up.
insane.
They're setting him
It's
up. Bro.
insane. I mean, we'll stick to all this terrible stuff because there was a lot of other stuff that came from Nike in this lovely Paris Fashion Week, including some square toe cowboy boots Air Force Ones, some tartan multicolored patterned, again, square toe Air Force Ones, some lovely looking weird ballerina plimsoll football shoe things. So honestly, the list of these, the best one was the as the Nigerian uncle, I believe, was the nickname for
Congolese,
these.
actually. We throw that to Congo, and they know why, because that's their thing, innit, man? They know they got the Congolese dandies and stuff like that, bro. I've got an uncle in Africa right now that's been rocking this shoe with the Nike tick on it for a long time, bro, because they're creative over there. You know, Nike saw someone do it, and it was probably a fake from Canal Street or one of these mad places, and they were like, "Yeah, we could do that as well. Come on, man, we could do it better. We could do it better." It's terrible. It's actually really bad, and they put an air unit on it.
Terrible.
They put an air unit on it.
I can't.
It's alligator skin with an air unit on it, bro.
Like, I don't understand. Any thoughts, Erkin? Come on.
Defend your
how's,
brand, bro.
how's your defense of these? Go on.
Do you know what? I'll start with J Tips. Yeah, we'll go start there first. We'll start there first. Yeah, but quickly, even the pictures of him wearing this shoe, it just feels like someone's behind the camera with a gun, just being like,
Right,
pretend you like them, pretend,
smile harder.
more like he don't even look happy, bro. And then there's gonna be some shill about, oh, my grandmother gave birth. I said it in the group. I'll say it again. He'll probably come out with something. And J Tips, love you, brother, love you. Yeah, nothing against you, but at the same time, put your foot down. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, just say no, bro. It's okay to say no, as much as the bag is heavy. Yeah. But yeah, you're probably gonna come out and say, oh, my grandmother gave birth in a pair of these and always loved them. You know, it's New York, it's this, but bro, come on now. You've been wearing 95s multiple times, Air Forces, you know, even the Vomeros we've seen you in. Like, bro, come on, man, come on now. But yeah, as for the Congolese uncle Air Force Ones and slippers and whatever they are, I prefer not to speak because I'm pretty sure this is a market employ just to get
I
donuts
think
like
so.
us to talk
Can't
about
be real,
him.
can it?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Some Black Mirror episode, man. Honestly, like, what is going on? But
Bloody hell.
to be fair, we've seen some shocks, a similar fashion, like absolute nonsense. We've seen New Balance mules. We've seen all these ugly shoes that there are some people, like we keep saying from Shoreditch and Camden, that will rock them and believe they're doing something. So, yeah, shout out to them. But yeah, bro, honestly, Scott loves to remind me how bad Nike are doing. And you're just giving him ammo at this point. So.
They used
It's
to be at
terrible.
the forefront of innovation. They used to be like they used to be pushing boundaries in terms of like fashion and stuff, and now they're just like they're copying my Congolese uncle, bro.
Thing is, it's not
gone
even
the
just
wrong
those. I
way.
mean, those are terrible, but they're like some of them. I mean, I honestly, I don't really know how to describe this, and I feel like people might wince at this, but there is one of the shoes that is like a black, almost like looks like a Vomero premium type upper, and then the heel is like almost like a wishbone at the back, like it
Yes.
looks like,
Oh my god, what is this? Like a fin?
I don't even know. I mean, to be honest, it looked like a kind of someone's ramping rabbit, like kind of at the back of the shoe. Look at it. Look at it.
I can
Look
catch
at
your boy,
it.
bro.
Look at it harder. Because that is, I'm sorry, like what can we, let's just get that, like, what is that? What is that? What is it?
That's so weird, bro. That's
It's
so
AI.
weird.
It's AI.
AI strikes you.
It actually
Yeah,
looks like
it's-
AI as well.
Like
It's
there's
so-
no reason. There's no reason why that, bro. Do you remember like all those like those runners that like are amputees?
Huh.
Yeah.
It's like those.
Oh.
It's like that's what they run on.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
back
yeah.
bit is what they run on, and it's
Yeah.
like, what are we doing here?
It's like the
What
Blade
are we-
Runners.
Yeah, Blade Runners. That's
Yeah,
it.
that's
What are
it.
we doing here, bro? What are we actually doing here?
It's like, and this one, you know, when you've got kind of a lovely big, you know, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle boot going on, like what? Why? What is
Okay,
this?
That one, yeah, that one. Hear me out. Let me land on this, bro. Let me cook a little
Don't
bit
say
on that
it.
one.
Don't say it.
No.
Don't say
But
the riff.
remember, no. It is the riff. It absolutely is a riff. And riffs are a protected species in my book. They're
Nah,
top.
they're
They're top
extinct.
tier. They're top tier.
extinct, bro,
They're
for
top
a
tier.
reason.
But what I'll say is, bro, doesn't this give like what's the name? Sensei Splinter and them man there, foot soldiers. Doesn't this
Master
give
Splinter.
that Master Splinter and them one there? Doesn't it give like foot soldier vibes? You get me? Because don't they use the split toe in Kung Fu and that sort of stuff? You get me? Like,
Yeah, I mean, you don't get ready in the morning though. You don't get ready and go, you know what my vibe is today? Coming out of the sewers and fighting crime.
mate, but if you're in the Black Eyed Peas, you might do. Because that gives me that kind of vibe, like that Will I
Black
Am.
Eyed Peas.
Yeah,
Did Will I
that-
Am ever wear these? What the
Yeah,
fuck?
I feel like Will I Am and Taboo or Apple the App would rock these while doing
who?
their profile. Apple the App. You don't know the names of the members
No,
of the
I
Black
actually
Eyed
don't.
Peas
I just
and
know
Fergie.
Fergie and Will I Am, bro. I can't lie.
But yeah, I can imagine. But if you look at some of those old school videos, but no, really, it's about the foot soldiers. Really, it's about them foot soldiers, man. But the thing is, would I rock it? No, I wouldn't rock it. I'm just trying to give it some credibility, some kind of life. I reckon they just thought, you know what, this is a shoe. It's kind of iconic. Let's just make a high version of it. Let's just make a boot version of it.
Why?
Can I-
Let's just try it.
It's
Lads.
fine. Go on. Go on. Are you going to try and flip this into a positive?
No.
Because
That's fine.
right.
1-0. Yeah.
Oh no, I was going to try and flip it into a positive for you if you were, but go on. Let's
I
go
have
for
just
it.
put in the chat, yeah, on here on the private chat, 2 Air Max 95s that I think are part of it. Yeah, it's called McCaw Pack or something.
Oh yeah, I saw
Yes, the
these.
McCaw
I saw these.
Yes.
Can't lie.
So
One of them is better than the other by
Yeah,
a long
one of them
way.
is better than
Yeah,
the other.
Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah.
Scott, talk to me.
this
But
is
it's not
the
bad.
positive that I was going to try and flip it into. So
Yeah,
you've
yeah,
kind of
it's
led
not
us
bad.
on nicely, because there are also some things that came out that are much better than everything we have just discussed. And in that was the McCaw Pack from the 95s. There were some laceless 97s, which I think are a bit hit and miss. Some people have kind of gone vibe with them, some people haven't. You've also got the Air Max 95 Black Tongue Pack, which is coming, which again, I'm not that excited by, because really it's just again, good colorways that we've seen before with a black tongue. They're also doing a black tongue Air Max 97 silver bullet. So basically, there's just a normal silver bullet, but with the black tongue, which again, people are kind of losing their mind for. And also another Lost and Found pack.
Yeah.
Now, the Lost and Found pack, obviously, we've seen it on Jordan. That's the one that we've historically seen it on. You know, the story behind it of this shoe that's been, you know, left and lost in the archives in the stock room of shops, and then it's been pulled out years later. And look, it's got, you know, we've got the original receipts in there, and we've got a mismatched box with a different lid to the thing because, you know, it's a lost pair at the back, and all this nice story. You know, and basically the theme around the shoe is the fact that it's aged. It's a pre-aged looking shoe, crumbled leather, you know, kind of off-white midsoles instead of like premium white. And they've done it on Air Maxes. They've done it on an Air Max 1. They've done it on Air Max 95, and they've done it on an Air Max 90. And this is the one that I was interested on people's thoughts on, because I know I've got my thoughts, but yeah, I mean, Erkin, obviously you're the Air Max guy and all this. What are your thoughts on this kind of Lost and Found pack?
I'm not mad. Like, I know, Scott, you're gonna be like, oh, you know, but I actually really like the 90s because it's infrared colorway. Obviously, you said
legendary
in a group, like it looks like someone sanded them down and this and that, and I get that, I do. Obviously, they're running out of ideas at this point. That's what it feels like, but these look like they're probably going to come out before we actually get the infrared. Get in like April, bro. And remember, we've spoken about it probably 3 times on this podcast. Yeah. But to be fair, the shape looks so much better. The panels look a lot better. There's no nonsense 3M. There's no, you know, all of that leather underlays or whatever it is. Yeah, I like the 95s, but they don't like scream I need them, but the 90s do. Do you get what I mean?
The 95s and the ones, I'm a bit lost because pun intended. What's the bit of Lost and Found about them? Is this like when we've got the metallic reimagined and we're trying to figure out what is reimagined about them? Is that where we're at with this? Because don't get me wrong, they look great.
They literally, I mean,
the 90s look like Lost and Found. I get where you've come from with that, but the other two, I don't quite know where the Lost and Found comes into.
No, I can't.
I was just missing something.
I can't see it. On the one. I mean, there are some blue hits on the one which are pretty cool. I would love to understand the reasoning behind the sort of little blue hits. I think there's a little blue tick. I think on the outsole near the front of the shoe is a blue outsole, and it does look like it's sail as opposed to it being sort of a brilliant white like it sort of normally is, but like it's very subtle in terms of the Lost and Found treatment. That being said, I would swap those for my big bubble ones right now. I'll take these over my big bubble ones without a shadow of a doubt. Like they look fantastic. They look
really good.
Yeah, they look amazing.
Yeah,
I could be wrong, but isn't the MX one like the OG colorway a blue as well, like a blue and red? Is that probably what they've done on it?
Well, it's the you've got the blue pair and you've got the red pair. They're the 2 OG colorways on it.
Maybe they've done a little mashup.
Maybe maybe that's
because they're only showing one of the shoes, so we don't actually know what the other one looks like.
Yeah, it could be.
It could be quite cool if they, you know, obviously with the box where they did, you've got a different color box to the. Actually, no, we lost the shoe and we've only got what we've got a left shoe of a blue,
like a replacement, replacement
shoe.
That could be all right.
UNC in Chicago, what they tried to do, those, isn't it? Yeah, that makes sense.
That could be all right. But I think the point you made in regards to the 95, I can't see it at all.
No.
Yeah,
that looks like a fresh 95.
I'm trying to figure that out.
Looks like a good 95.
Like a super fresh 95.
Looks like a greedy, isn't it? Like
it's like it's got a lot going on and it looks good. It looks really good. Like you can see elements of it might be that, bro. It might be that on both of them. I think they've used elements from early 95s potentially. They've got a bit of neon. But then they've also got a bit of like, is that a bit of Comet or something else? Or maybe it's like, I don't know what the orange colorway is called. But like, are they just mashing them up a little bit?
Bright Mandarin, I guess.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, it's an odd one because, you know, Lost and Found, like, and again, this is where the whole reimagined and lost and found argument comes in from years ago and what that really entails. Because lost and found, is pre-aged as far as I'm concerned. Like when I hear lost and found, that's what I think of, rightfully or wrongfully. The Air Max 90 does that. The others don't.
No, it's definitely given
if
that.
it's just a reimagined and they've just reimagined all of these classics in different ways, fair enough. Like that's fine by me. Maybe it's just the wrong wording for it and people have got the wrong end of the stick. But
you need the narrative to go with it.
Yeah.
For it to make.
I will say, I mean, my point with the whole lost and founds in the Air Max pack that I kind of made before is, I just think the Air Max 90, especially the infrared, is perfect as it is. And I just don't want it messed with. And actually, there's a little bit of me, right? I don't know what it's like with you, but if you walk around here, if you see any like tradies, any like people on the building sites, they're wearing battered Air Max that look like that, generally 90s. And I think the Jordans are notorious for looking better the more you wear them. They're a shoe that looks good aged, and that's where lost and found works really well on it. Air Max, the materials don't look particularly good once they're battered, because basically they just look dirty and a bit rough. And I think maybe Nike have gone, everyone loved the lost and founds on the Jordans, let's put it on everything. It's like, actually, there's some models that will work really well on. There will be other models that it really won't work well on. Like, do it on a Jordan 3, do it on a Jordan 4, do it on, well, pretty much any Jordan. It's going to work. Do it on an Air Force. It would look good on an Air Force.
It works better on pure leather, right? Because leather in it.
Yeah.
Still,
I think it's just Air. I think it's Air Max. They just look a bit, in my opinion, they just look a bit rough. And also the infrared 90, just don't touch it. It's beautiful. Just leave the infrared 90 as pure as it can be, because it's
legendary.
Perfect.
Man. Yeah,
it's perfect. But yeah, there's a lot of interesting stuff from Nike. Some very good, some very bad. But the other brand that I did want to shout out quickly, Vans as well.
Perfect.
Oh boy, the stuff that will come in from Vans again is looking. They're not slowing down anytime soon. That looks really good stuff. Yeah, just a shame that a lot of it's on an old school, and old schools murder my feet, so they won't be for me. But yeah, there's lots of really good stuff, and lots of stuff from loads of different brands. But those were the ones that I've seen the most of. Kind of popping. Did you see?
Did you see Pharrell? His take on the Vans for Louis Vuitton.
Yes. Yeah.
What do you say?
That was very interesting, man. It was very interesting to see, like, they literally, this is word for word, bar for bar. This is a Vans shoe. Even there's an old school version, like it was almost like in that sort of brown colorway, and it was like, mate, that looks like I think it's called the Lucky Charm or something like that. I can't remember what the name is, but like, bro, like, what are we like? Literally, you're just gonna jack their whole flow. You're gonna jack their whole flow.
Yeah, it's identical. And
it's identical. The shape of it is crazy.
Yeah. What do they say? Imitation is the finest form of flattery. So
yeah, if people ain't jacking your stuff,
if people are Louis Vuitton are copying you and stuff, you got to be doing something right. But yeah, it's been an interesting week. I think
there was another thing. There was another thing that I wanted to shout out. I saw a video from Jordan Sneakonomics where he ran into Angelo Balke from Awake NY, bro. That 6, bro, looks so good. Both colorways, the blue and the pink, look incredible.
I wish I was a 6 guy. Because I just can't feel them, but I'll hold my hands on them off for me.
I remember there was a video of him describing it, and he's used Saffiano leather. Now, Saffiano leather is very close to my heart, because Saffiano leather is the leather that Prada uses in all of their leather goods. It's a very sort of soft, humbled leather, right? And it's got a grain to it that is very, very iconic. And he used that in the shoe, almost a sort of like that sort of touch of class, a little bit of elevated sort of style on the shoe, man. Well, it still look sort of rough and ready, but still slick at the same time. Like this, bro. It's a
good. Hold the phone. If they're using that type of leather, if we're paying £190 for their shitty leather, how expensive are these shoes going to be?
Yeah. Bro, facts, and that's a very good point. I reckon, like the
250.
Yeah, I'm seeing above 200 without a shadow of a doubt. But also the fact is, like, you're gonna make people ask questions because sixes aren't on many people's list. Now, I like a six. I like the idea of it more than anything else.
That's
You
the
get me?
problem.
Like, I like
That's
the
the
idea
problem,
of it more than but they did have a six drop earlier this year. They had the what's in the salesmen or whatever they're called, the infrareds, and apparently there's plans for the reverse infrared dropping later in the year. So I mean, maybe this is a 6 year, but we will see if people vibe with it, because obviously last year they dropped a 5 and it was fire. Like, it was hard for us to see it until we got it in hand how sick it was, but it actually was a great shoe. And now they're on the 6 vibe, and yeah, Awake is killing it, man. So shout out to Angelo and all the things that he's and them man are doing over at Awake NY, man. They're killing it, man.
Definitely, yeah. No, they've been killing it, and that transitions us nicely, really, to what we're going to do for the remainder of this episode, which is a bit of a half-year roundup. We're now in June. Erkin's limbering up to kind of get his thoughts off his chest, and we're just going to break this down into 3 areas. Really, we're going to break it down into kind of what we feel have been the best brands. We're going to break what has been kind of maybe the more disappointing brands, and what we think maybe they've got a little bit of work to do for the rest of the year, in that sense, and then we're kind of break down our top 5 in somewhat of a, I say, quickish fashion, because I don't want this podcast to go on for like 5 hours, which we know it could do. But we'll start off with best brands. I mean, I'm going to go to Erkin first on this one, because I feel like me and Prozac are in somewhat of cahoots here, and I think we're on the same wavelength. So I'm intrigued as to where Erkin thinks, the brands that have been doing well this year.
Well, it's got to be had you lot. Had you lot. You thought I was going to say Nike, innit?
We're about to shut this down if you did.
Vacancies here, mate, for the new podcast host. No, honestly, Vans, innit? For me, it's got to be Vans. I think as good as they are, and have been for years, they've not been on most people's radar. And I think the past 6 months, even 9 months, I'd say, with the collabs with Para, obviously the pearlized, numerous amounts of collabs and colorways coming out. People who were once into them are now back into them, and people who have always been are getting like on their high horse. Oh, look at the hype beast here, enjoying what we've been enjoying since the Stone Age and whatever. But fair play, man. I mean, it feels like this era is.
Give me my battered checkerboards.
You see what I'm saying?
Every day.
Like what, a year ago they weren't cool, or people who really liked them could rock them and have no worries about getting their size or their colorways that they wanted. Now it's a bit mad. I'm just grateful that they're doing it the right way. They're not starving people and creating false hype, in a sense. You know what I mean? They're releasing the right amount of colorways, the right amount of stock and stuff. But yeah, I had to get rid of my pearlized pair because I got the sizing wrong, unfortunately. Yeah,
that's
man,
a massive shame, bro.
Yeah,
their money, bro. The blue one is money, Erkin. The blue one is money. Oh God, you're wild, bro.
It's annoying, man. But look, it's one of those things where I know I'm gonna pick one up. It's just about the timing, the shoe, the size, of course, and stuff. But yeah, Vans, man.
So what was the sizing issue? Too big, too small? What was it?
I got true to size, but I had to go. I should have went half a size down in that.
Half a size down, so it's too big.
Yeah, it was too big because they've changed it. From what I knew from before, like they added a thicker insole, but it feels like they added more room to the shoe. And I weren't the only one saying this. Like there was quite a few people. So
nice.
Yeah.
I don't know about I was gonna say I don't know about you, Scotty, but I was on the Vans wave, bro.
Yeah,
they've had an absolutely stellar year from the back end of 2025. To be fair, 2025. Yeah. They've not stopped. Everything that you said, Erkin, man. I was even looking at. Remember, like there was a moment where I thought I got the Satoshis. I thought I got 5 pairs, and the website glitched. I don't even know if I spoke about it on the website, dreaming. on the podcast. Like there was a moment where I was on my way to work, and I'd made every email that came from Vans, I turned on every notification and I'd made them a VIP on my email. I saw this email come up saying that the Satoshis are available. Got in there, only in a size 10. I bought a pair. Went through. I said, bro, I went back. It was still there. I said, nah, let's have another one. Went back. It was still there. I did that 5 times. All of them glitched.
Man,
So yeah, it was. I thought I was literally gonna retire. But I went for but I thank God I didn't go into my workplace and just quit that.
Imagine.
Oh man, it was a good size as well, man. I was thinking, how am I gonna spend? It's gonna be a good
Money
summer.
size, isn't it?
Yeah, for real, size 10,
Yeah.
crazy work, man. But yeah, no, Vans,
Vans.
absolutely killing it.
Yeah, I was just wondering because Offspring, Vans, I love these. These went in the sale for 20 quid.
Madness.
Can you? I would love to know how mad people would go for them if they release now. Like
Now would be the
Yeah.
time to do a Vans if you're Offspring.
Yeah.
Bro.
But they're really
Okay.
good. But yeah, Vans was top of my list as well. I just think like the Pearlescent pack. Obviously, you've got the souvenir pairs. You know, obviously, yeah, the Satoshis. And it's just one of those. It fits. Like I'm looking around now. It's kind of weird because like being an emo has kind of become fashionable again, especially in like teenage girls in particular, and the boys obviously are following suit. And the eyebrow piercing is coming back as well, which scares me a little bit. I won't lie. But they're all wearing battered Vans. They all want the checkerboards back. They all want like Chuck Taylors with the like really vibrant laces and stuff. And I'm there like, what's going on? Like it's going back in time, but they're killing it. There's a couple of others that I did want to kind of give a nod to. The first one being New Balance, and I think we've kind of underappreciated them a little bit. And I know obviously we got asked the question, why do we hate New Balance? And it's not that we just don't talk about them as much. We never hate on them. We just don't talk about them as much.
No.
The hype, the mainstream sneaker like hype for like in the sneakerhead scene isn't what it used to be. We're not talking about when Joe Freshgoods was at the peak of his powers and the first Action Bronsons coming out and stuff. But I kind of feel a bit bad because I feel like New Balance has kind of fallen into the Kith realm in the sense of their stuff is so consistently good and such a high level that everyone just goes, yeah. So they never get spoken about. We said this about Ronnie Feig and Kith, where he never gets mentioned. They never get put on Sneaker of the Year lists, even though sometimes it's some of the best stuff that's out there.
It would seem disrespectful.
Everyone expects it to be that good. And New Balance, when you look at it, you've had the 530, which is like the slim, like almost like racing Puma style shoe that people have gone, the girls, kind of the female demographic have gone mad for. The 1890, which they've pushed, we've had Action Bronson collabs, we've had Jown collabs, we've had Joe Freshgoods collabs, all of them been amazing.
Yeah.
You've got the 2010, the newer model that people have been rocking, absolutely killing it. You've got the 2011s coming out, the Kith model, the Ronnie Feig special, they all look really
nice.
good.
Really nice.
You've got 204, like this is the thing, they're all really good, but we all kind of just go, well, yeah, it's New Balance. Of course they're going to do good stuff. New Balance's GRs are 220 quid and they're awesome. Yeah. And they are better than most collab stuff. But we just kind of, because they're so good all the time, we just kind of go, yeah, cool. They never get spoken about as much.
It's pretty unfair, even at the beginning of the year, because I'm looking at my list. I think I even mentioned that I felt that they've been quiet for too long. And I think you're probably right in your assessment in the sense of like, maybe they're not quiet. Maybe they've just been just very, very eloquently just managing and staying consistent in their product offering, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
They've done what I think other brands maybe haven't done. Could you say Adidas have done it? I'm not quite sure, but what they've done is they've created shoes that it's changed. Before it was you would put on your sneakers, your trainers, and then you would decide your outfit. And now it's outfit first, sneakers second.
Yeah.
And brands have now created shoes like New Balance that fit into that aesthetic of like, it's not about the big, loud, fancy shoes. It's about really good, monotone, subtle. And New Balance do it to perfection on numerous different models. Like they're not that fussed on the big collab branding. Here we are. Look at us, sneakerheads. They're just like, we're just going to put out really good stuff that anyone can wear. Yes, it's more expensive. You're still going to have to pay for it. But they don't seem that fussed about the sneakerhead market anymore. Like, it doesn't seem to be a focus of trying to get that hype and mark.
Yeah,
And
there's
it's working
no
for
there's
them.
no hype around it, man. There's no
It's
hype around
working.
it.
Yeah. You know where I think things shifted a bit with New Balance in terms of what you're saying, Scott, 100%. When Teddy Santis shifted from ALD to New Balance and he started doing his own sort of range, and then it was like, even those special pairs, the ALD pairs just started to become general release GRs, and then it was like, okay, like, so the hype shifted, but people are buying what they want and they can. And then it feels like now people who are diehard New Balance are still rocking with the brand, whereas not casuals like us, but people who aren't as invested, we're just like, okay, that's cool. I'm not going to spend £200 on it though, kind of thing. But we can appreciate it from the outside. Do you get what I mean? So,
I've been literally looking at stuff, and I've got some quite loud shoes, and you know, it's hard sometimes to rock them because you think, what am I going to wear them with? And sometimes I do look at it and I go, I kind of wish I could just kind of start from scratch. And I bet if I did, I probably would have quite a lot of New Balance in there of just different silhouettes, nice colors that are easy to wear and just, you know, still look good with an outfit, but just kind of a bit of a different mentality with it. And I think that's just where they're sitting. So I just wanted to kind of give some props to New Balance because I think they have been kind of just killing it consistently. And I think also, I mean, obviously it's just their push this year, but anyone that is big into Adidas running shoes specifically, ZX, Adi cushions, you know, Control 5s, whatever, because they seem to be going mad as well at the moment. They're doing really well in that area at the moment, like, and they're killing it, and people are being serviced very, very well. If you're into ZX, this is a good year for you. But I think in general, I think Vans, like I say, I think I just absolutely smashed it, and I think it could be incredibly, it could be between them and New Balance next year. No, them and New Balance, them and Saucony next year for it, which is mad to say. But we'll move on to, again, most disappointing brand. Which one is the one that you think is maybe not quite done as well as as it should be or think it should be? And I've phrased that as most disappointing in the sense of, you know, sometimes we set really high expectations at the beginning of the year and they just fall a bit flat, and maybe that's on us. To kind of put that there. I don't want to say the worst because, you know, you can turn around and say a brand, oh yeah, they've been rubbish, when actually they've also produced really good shoes. Like they're not. It's just the fact that they haven't done as much as others. But I mean, yeah, I don't know if anyone wants to jump in with who they think might be the most disappointing brand this year.
I'll go. I think Jordan Brand. Like, I know Nike and Jordan Brand are sort of coincided, but I think Nike are kind of been doing what they've been doing. It's just we're a lot of us are tapping out and just trying different things and trying not to spend as much of what they're offering for the price and whatever. But I think with Jordan Brand, it definitely feels like they're running out of ideas since the Vault, since, you know, all these and it's not just the Vault thing, because let's have it right, like we wanted a lot of those Vault shoes, but in terms of, like, for example, the Chicago lows, then you've got the bread lows. It's just like, slow down a bit, man. Just give us what we want, but just drip feed us. Do you know what I'm saying? Because there's only so many Chicagos we can have. There's only so many breads we can have, and it's sort of back to back. They're just going to go on sale, and no one's really going to give a F, you know? But yeah, I think Jordan Brand, as much as they've had some great shoes, don't get me wrong, brick off the bricks, the Travises, but even for me, I've just not been bothered about them. And I know it sounds mad, but maybe I'm talking from a point of privilege because I've got the buy bricks. But yeah, I just don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe it's just where I'm at in terms of my collection. I want comfort. I want, you know, just things to whack on whenever. But yeah, Jordan, I don't know. I can't see them bringing out anything that I want for the next, at least the next part of the year. Maybe the Jordan 4 breads, you know, the OG type of it, if you will. But other than that, yeah, I can't see it happening.
You know what? I'll jump in with that because I think I felt really harsh kind of putting Nike/Jordan as the most disappointing, because I think actually they've kind of done it to themselves. Like last year they completely blitzed the market. They just pushed so much out that it was impossible to live up to that this year.
Yeah,
It
to
was
maintain
just
that
they
level was
made a
crazy.
rod for their own back. Like there was
Yeah.
nothing that they could do. But I do think like Jordan in particular is in a bit of a tricky situation because they rely on retros. Because if they innovate, it's a new basketball shoe, and a new basketball shoe isn't being worn casually. So the
They
problem
they're
is
trying to come out though. They're trying to come out.
the Tron is good, and to be
It's
fair,
decent.
I'm surprised I didn't get more attention because I actually really like the look of it. But I do think it's one of them that innovation for Jordan Brand looks like sports innovation. It looks like functionality, which isn't good for the casual wearer because majority of the time they don't look good as a casual shoe. So they are kind of stuck in how do we innovate, you know, like say a retro like a Jordan or like a Jordan 1 or 2 or 3 or whatever. Because if they do, everyone then goes, well, no, I don't like it. It's not a Jordan 1. And it's like, well, you're stuck. Nike, on the other hand, has a bit more of a leeway because you can innovate the Air Max. You can still innovate that shoe and make it look good for casual wear. So I think there's a bit more gain in there. But it's interesting because I think actually putting a top 5 together, there was probably more Jordan shoes, and I mean, it's probably quite a short list, that would go into my top 5 than Nike shoes. I was really trying to rack my head around what Nike shoes have released this year that I was really, I mean, obviously I picked up the Neons, which I'm very happy about this year, but as we said, that released last year, and was it the year before as well? I don't know. It's had about 3 or 4 different releases at this point. But yeah, I think they've just set expectations just so high that it's not. I think the one for me that I was slightly disappointed in was Saucony, which again might sound harsh because obviously I know, as Prozac said, they've had a really good year. But there's not been much for me this year. And when I look at Saucony, I do like their runners, but I love the Shadow 6000. I love the Shadow 5000. And I was kind of hoping there'd be some good collabs, maybe a bit more of a push and kind of keep pushing that momentum. And what they've done is actually they've smashed the GR market. They've just gone, this is where we're going to sit. And like I said, all of those ones that we are seeing for next year are all GRs. There's one collab in there with the West Side Gun one. Good. But yeah, we know that it'll be like they are going to be GRs. So yeah, they're there, and they sell out. They always sell out. But I just wish, I was kind of hoping that I would get some really cool collabs that would kind of really get me and be like, right, I need that pair, right? But I want that Saucony pair. It hasn't been for now.
I agree.
Couple of years really.
I think they're lacking on storytelling. I think the truth of the matter is Saucony are really good. They're just really good, and they're kind of in a similar realm to New Balance that there doesn't always need to be a story for them to hit that level in terms of the actual execution of the shoe. They're creating some amazing silhouettes, and their GRs are just killing it. And this year, like I've got it, like I was telling you, like people are going, and I see Sauconys everywhere. I see Sauconys everywhere. Saucony mesh runners, I see them everywhere. So people are absolutely loving the shoe. But like obviously we're story guys and they've lacked in terms of storytelling. And the same sort of stick that we kind of have used in the past to beat New Balance with probably could be leveled at Saucony in a sense that they're not talking to us, they're showing us really good product, but they're not talking to us and they're enabling us to buy into the brand more. And that might be strategy because next year, as you said, next year looks crazy. I mean, I do have to sort of agree with the whole sort of Jordan Brand sort of being slightly disappointing. I think it was always going to be the case. Last year was such a monumental year in terms of Jordan Brand and bringing so many things back. Things that
big anniversary as well.
Yeah, it was an anniversary year, and it was just sort of like it's kind of difficult to even attempt to try and sort of keep up with that. They've also had a shift in terms of strategy and leadership as well. Things are not going well in the sort of, I'm talking like Nike in the broader sense, sort of like things are not going well in terms of like share price and stuff like that. So there's been differences, although I think Nike have done well in some areas, surprisingly well in terms of the mind, The Mine Mule is
Yeah.
one very difficult shoe to get, and whether you believe in the gimmicks or not, bro, it's doing its business, and
Yeah.
it's definitely working. They've had some really cool collaborations on some Air Maxes as well. But like on Jordans, when I think about the year, and as I go through the year, I try and list the more notable shoes throughout the year. There's very few that really stand out from Jordan Brand. There are a couple that are absolutely banging, and we know those. But for the most part, there isn't as many as you probably expect. And maybe they need to take the tact of less is more. I don't feel like they wanna, but I think they need to be intentional about it. I think they need to take the approach of, you know what, when we do bring something back, let's make a big song and dance about it, because it's gonna be a long time before it comes back again. I think anything that they say now, people are gonna be like, we know that's coming back in a couple of years. Don't try to act like whatever. You know what I mean? Whereas if you actually are like, no, you're not gonna see this for 15 years. People are gonna get on it. They're gonna get on it. Like, I feel like they need to be intentional about these things. One thing though, sorry, I did want to shout out, and I didn't get to say it. We were talking about brands that we were happy with. Reebok brought back the bob flip with the ice cream. And BBC is very close to my heart. You know, I'm part of those sort of like Hype Beast, Nigo and Pharrell babies like that. We were just like on all of that sort of stuff, and the ball flip was a very, very important shoe to me, man. So getting that watermelon ball flip in the collection. They also had a banana split version come out as well. Like, that new colorway is coming out. I've been speaking to my guy that's over at shout out to Eddie. I've been speaking to a guy over at Reebok, bro, and they've got a lot of plans for this year, bro. You remember the ripples? Remember the ripples? Like the ripple workouts?
Oh, yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, bro, there's some chat about them things coming back, bro. And I'm like, yeah, bro. You know how nostalgic those shoes are. You get me?
Yeah.
It's overdue, bro.
It's
like,
so overdue.
With Reebok,
so overdue.
If you're old enough to know, the
bro.
JJB, the First Sports, like those shoes,
Sport.
you used to go as a kid and you're like, okay, we can't afford these and that, but we can afford Reeboks. And Reeboks, the workouts, the classics, bro. Like, you'd have one pair to mash up, one pair to go to good places in. Do you know what I'm saying? But I just want to touch on Nike quickly, because although, you know, we're saying that they bring back neons and pink foams and all that, like the second year running, but they've also done some really cool stuff with the World Cup. Now, I know Cryo shots, amazing. The Cryo shots, amazing.
Top notch. Good stuff.
The Mercurials, you know, all of this, like, really good. And I don't think any other brand has come close to what they've done in terms of the pack with all the brands and stuff. And yeah, it just things like that. And I know Nike, and it's in America, so they have to pull out all the stops. I just want to give props to Nike in that sense as well.
No, I think the World Cup has come at a good time for them, really, in that sense.
It's been massive.
The amount of Palace shirts that I saw while watching the football yesterday, I'm pretty sure most of them were fake, because there was way too many in that pub for them all to have managed to cop. No chance.
Side note, what are your thoughts on fake football shirts? Is it acceptable?
I'm here for it.
Have you seen the price of the shirts these
days? I
actually,
do you know what? I just wanted to put it out there.
More money to the Glazers? Fuck that.
Bro, no, but this is it, bro. This is really what it comes down to. Like, do I really want to give more money to these guys that I've been like pissing those, that everything I've given up the wall, and not buying the players I want to buy?
He only wears fake football shirts, and
I feel like that's like a little niche, a little niche thing on its own. Like, I'll never judge anybody if they wear a fake football shirt.
As long as it's not, I mean, he's got some. He always orders from the same
unreleased
ones. Some of them come and they're iffy, and then others don't. But I mean, they are. I mean, I just bought. I said last week, obviously, the rugby team from kind of where my family live in New Zealand won, and over here we don't get that much kit over here, because Australia, New Zealand, rugby, football, etc. You just don't get much. There's 2 shops in the whole of the UK that stock anything, and they had one size left, a size large, my size, and I was like, well, if I want it, I've got to buy it from there. It's the only place I can get it from. There's no fakes. You can't get fakes anywhere of it. So I was like, well, I've got to fork out 80 quid for it. Like if I want it, I've got to pay it. Like, but then you like say, I went into an Adidas outlet, and in the outlet they were still 60 quid for like an Arsenal shirt, and you're like, really, really? And the quality of them is not great. Like, it's not. Nah. So I'm not. I don't mind fake football shirts. Like I say, a lot of these Palace ones definitely were because unless the whole of Worcester managed to cop on Palace, I don't think so, mate.
Mate, there's some for like 20-something quid on eBay. And they look legit. I'm like,
they look legit as well.
You couldn't have told the ones that were real last night. The ones that
the only way you figure it out is with sizing. When you're a bigger size, like I'm a big boy, man. When they throw it out a 4XL and it comes back the size of an XL, you're like,
the material doesn't stretch well. It doesn't.
It don't work the same way, bro. It don't work the same way, man.
But no, I think like I say, World Cup definitely has come at a good time from
great time
and that, but yeah, I think like I say, the cry shots and stuff have been it's been good. But yeah, so on that we'll get into our top fives then, and I think there's going to be a fair bit of crossover on this, so I don't think we'll kind of start. I'm going to caveat this though. Normally, I'm quite regimented on the sense of I don't really like having retros in lists, and with the simple reason being, the shoe was amazing when it released the first time. It's going to be amazing every time you release it. If you release a Chicago Jordan 1 every single year, it would be top of a shoe of the year list because it's the best shoe ever made. One of them anyway. So I get a bit iffy on that, but you know, there's been some variance, shall we say, in some pairs that I'm happy to kind of hear the reasons for. The other one as well that I do want to mention, and I know we all kind of want to mention because it would be on our lists, is Lorenzo and the Lorenzo drops, because he's had 2 drops this year. He's had more than that, really. I mean, even the beams, if you think of the beams collab, clothing wise, I still want all that
Mizuno,
stuff.
Was Mizuno this year? No, it was last year.
Was it this year or last year? I've lost track. Time's a blur.
Oh, yeah, no, you're probably right. I think it was last year.
No, maybe it was last year.
I think it was last year.
I think it was end of last year. Yeah,
I think it was last year.
They made it end of last year. But
no, it was beams.
Yeah. We've obviously had the Liverpools, the Volcanoes drop. We've obviously there was the friends and family pairs that kind of drops around that one as well. And then you had the Atmos. It's an unofficial collab again. Like Atmos kind of helped do it. But it's again, none of these are official collabs, and therefore I've kind of made the decision to not include them simply on the basis of both. Sorry, yeah, it's fine. I'll take it. I know the backlash, but both of those shoes would be in the top 5. And
facts,
if he releases any more this year, they will end up probably falling in there because the quality of the stuff he's doing is top notch. And I think we do need to give a nod to the stuff, the Atmos pair in particular. Oh man, bro! Oh my god!
I reckon personally, that's his best shoe to date, bro. I reckon that's his best shoe to date, bro.
We were saying earlier, I mean, we'll all have our personal preference, but the New Balance, that Atmos 95. Bro. To be fair, I love the first pack, the first 95s that he did.
Yeah, no, they were solid, bro. That New Balance, it will never not be on my rotation,
that's
bro.
Top 2, top 3 for me.
That is elite pairs, bro. I wore it today. I wore it yesterday. In real life.
Right. I think all of us though, and I think, you know, I'm sure Prozet will probably be the one that might argue against this. I think every single person underrated that New Balance collab when it first was rumored. I think everyone looked at the model, looked at New Balance, and went, "It's going to be good. It's Lorenzo, but it's not the 95s."
It was a bit early, bro.
They wanted the 95, yeah.
They wanted the 95. They were disappointed it wasn't a 95. Yeah. Also, it was early in terms of mesh runners as well. It was early.
Yeah. Oh, it was. Yeah. I think in like I say, in hindsight, now we can look back at that shoe and go, "Yeah." Probably should have gone to that.
I knew. The reason why I needed, first of all, I didn't get the 95. You will know that story, right? Yeah. But then the other thing is, I needed a comfortable pair of Lorenzos. I knew in my heart that wasn't gonna come from a Nike pair. So him doing it was almost like through telepathy. He like Prozac needs a comfortable pair of Lorenzos. Okay, let me do a deal. Let me do a deal. Let me do a deal with New Balance and get him a pair. You get me? Like, and it's a perfect shoe. It's a perfect shoe. It's a perfect shoe.
It is, and you know, obviously that didn't release this year, but the Atmos pair, and like I said, just go and have a look. The process of it doing the fact that he had to hand dye every single pair in such a short space of time, everything about that drop, like the people that he met when he was there, just incredible. But the shoe itself is beautiful. It's amazing. I don't know many people that have seen that and not gone, yeah, I need that pair. It's one of the best shoes this year. But because it's an unofficial collab, and you know, he's just on a level above, to be honest, with most other people at the moment in terms of collaborators, I think we just kind of have to, unfortunately, maybe just park it to the side, and we need to have a separate conversation about just how damn good those shoes are. So on that, those caveats, number 5, Prozac, go on, give us your number 5.
So obviously everything that Scotty's just said kind of threw my list out of whack a little bit, but I'm gonna go number 5. It's pretty straight down the line. It's a shoe that a lot of people are vibing with. It actually came as a double. It was like a double pack. I'm going with the Travis Scott Shy Pink and Tropical Pink. So I'm putting them all together. So I'll put them at 5. I'll put them at 5.
Nice. Okay. Cool. All right. I've gone a bit different. It's technically not a shoe that's out yet, but it's very close. It's the Air Max 95 Mercurial R9. I don't know if you guys have seen the
Oh,
matchup.
okay.
It's not the cryo shot, which again, that's fire too, the cryo shot. But this weirdly just works for me. I don't know why it shouldn't, because I don't like sort of light midsoles on 95s normally, but it would just look so weird with a black midsole. So
it really just the way that shoe, the boot was structured, it flows like a 95. It works really well.
And it was layered like a 95, bro.
Yeah, I think you're spot on with that.
I really like that. So
I agree. For me, I've actually agreed with Prozac on this one. My number 5 is the Travis.
Nice.
And I mean, we can put the pack in. I did specifically put the Shy Pink, obviously the one that I got, and
I put the Shy Pink first. Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna have to hold my hands up, because I did want to swap. I wanted the Tropical. That was the one that I'd had my heart set on at the beginning of the year. I put it out there. You know, my top 3 was, you know, the Aquas. We had the Brick After Bricks, and we had the Shies.
Yeah.
The Shies I've just fallen in love with. The more I've looked at them and worn them, I just think actually they're 10 out of 10. The issue that I do have a little bit is it's just another Travis Low. And
that's it. That's the reason. That's it.
That's
can't
why
be
it's
any higher than
me.
that. Yeah, can't be any higher than that.
You know, when we get to the end of the year, you know, we'll be looking at top 10s and probably do what we did last year and get people's kind of votes and stuff into it. But for 5, I think that's where it can go. It's where it can only go, because it's great, and I'm glad it got people out as well. People really seem to get on with these, whereas other Travises, I think people have gone in. It's a Travis Low, but I'm not sure the colorway. Like the yellow pair that released, people were very Marmite on it and stuff. These both pairs were great, and people wanted them. So yeah, I love the pair.
Can I shout out Offspring on that drop, because I don't know of any other brand in the UK or any other retailer in the UK that people were able to pick up pairs from. It was very hard to get that shoe. And I really feel like, and they obviously made it a bit fun as well, but legitimately Offspring fed the community on that particular drop more so than many. I mean, obviously, I'm saying there may be other shoes that are on this list for other people that are similar, but like, shout out to Offspring for making it fun and enabling people to get the shoe, man, because worldwide, those 2 shoes, especially the Tropicals, very hard to get. Very, very hard to get.
It annoys me. I don't hear it much these days, thankfully, but it used to piss me off to no end, where people always moan about Offspring.
Bro,
no, I will tell you for a fact that Offspring feed the community more than anybody else. You go and talk to a Foot Patrol, go and talk to End, go and talk to any of the other brands that used to do launches, because most of them have actually stopped doing launches because they realised that basically they weren't getting any pairs to anybody. Offspring, the work that they do, the work they put in, and how they distribute shoes to people and manage to get them in the hands of people that genuinely want them and genuinely want to wear them, second to none. Like, so yeah, I won't hear any kind of bad stuff about it because, you know, yeah, people always moan, who didn't get the pair. Yeah, you're not going to get every pair.
Yeah,
But at the same time, you've got a good chance of getting pairs. If you're not an asshole and you're not a very well-known reseller, you'll get pairs.
You're probably gonna get pairs. Yeah,
Simple as that. Anyway, number 4, Erkin. What we got?
Did I hear right earlier that we're not doing retros, or was that what were we saying?
Are you gonna try and make a case?
Argument? You can make a case. Bring it.
I'll pull it out there. I'll pull it out. All right, the 95 pink foam. I'll pull it out there. Only because
that's a copy and paste job, broski.
No. Only because they did it right this year compared to last year. In terms of,
it literally came out last year.
They did, but they didn't. At
Court adjourned.
Come back to me. Come back to me, bro. Give me
Prozac. We got them before.
So I've actually got them behind me. I'm going with these.
Ooh, okay.
Hyper Crimsons. From Power. So a lot of people are gonna know I'm an Air Max 1 guy. I love what Pat has done with the Air Max 1. Even I threw something in the group earlier this week. Something might be cooking in terms of more Air Max 1s from Pat. I can't get enough, and I thought these were amazing. So yes, like there were other shoes that came out my list. Maybe this shoe on another day maybe wouldn't have got in. You get me? Because we know that Pat have done a number of these. I just feel like I've got these and I've got the Wave Monarchs. I think that for me, I think they're two of the baddest. They're two of the baddest that Pat have done. So I'm very happy with the shoe. I love how it looks. I love how it drops, and and it's very comfortable. So yeah, we'll go with that one.
Yeah, it's I think the issue I have with the Patta ones is the fact that the first wave is
the best
just
one.
So damn good.
Yep.
They set the bar so high. Yeah.
When you put them together, like obviously you know like what we're trying to do. Maybe the camera doesn't really do it justice, but like the quality on this shoe is crazy. Yeah. But they're both quality shoes. But bro, I would wear this shoe every day. I'd wear it every day.
My Monarchs are getting rinsed right now, man.
I'd wear them every day.
Well, Matt always used to say it's, in his opinion, the greatest Nike shoe ever released.
Bro,
it's definitely up there, bro.
Pattern. While we're talking about patterns,
it's hard
bro,
to make an argument.
While we're talking about patterns, bro, like they just don't miss, bro. When it comes to these ones, G, they don't miss, G. So they're my guys, bro. When it comes to the ones, bro, I might need to sign a deal.
My 4 is I'm kind of bringing in the Adidas and bringing in the 3 stripes, but it's this the Adidas consortium. The JC and MT. They did 2. They did the Aquas and they did this. Aqua is my favorite, but this is Grail level Adidas shoe. Like when we talk about the undefeated 4s, and everyone goes, there was only like a handful of pairs. This shoe was so limited when it released, kind of unofficially, that nobody knows how many pairs actually released initially. Nobody knew how many pairs were actually around. And the quality of them is just insane. Like on every aspect of the shoe is just bonkers. And yeah, I'm really impressed with it. And obviously the fact that it came out, like for anyone that loves ZX shoes, this is Grail level, and they released it. It was completely unexpected. Quality on it's brilliant. So yeah, for me, I know for most people that are into kind of their Adidas runners, that's going to be probably top of their list. But I'm aware that we're looking kind of from a broader perspective. It won't be there, and it tips the the Shy Pinks simply because we've got one Grail and one Travis Lowe that's we've seen a million times over at this point. But yeah, that's where I'm at on one number 4. Erkin, have you? Do you want to bring another case to the courts or?
Yeah, I'm making a sub. Now I've shifted my list around a bit.
You've had your hydration break.
Yeah, advert break done. Nah, the Pegasus Premium.
Nice.
Now we're talking.
Nice.
I was gonna say that was top 3 for me, but I'm just like, because I haven't got them and because I haven't, obviously it's a lot of money at this point. But for a runner, if I ever see them on sale, ever, bro, just know they're getting
very good shoe.
Oh,
very
insane.
good shoe.
For me, both pairs, man. But the black one just calls me, and I think it's got that signature Amamanier color palette. The sort of browns, purples, obviously creams and stuff. But yeah, that is probably the best running shoe in terms of colorway that I've seen, that you don't even want to run in them. Like, it is that clean, bro. But
I wouldn't.
Bro.
They would never get used for running.
There's no one running.
You
in
can't.
that shoe.
You can't.
They're too beautiful.
Honestly.
They're absolutely beautiful shoe. I love that. No, that's a really solid pick.
Yeah.
Number 3, Prozek. What you got coming in at number 3?
Number 3, I've got this Satoshi Yakamoto times Vans New Era Lucky Charms. Now, I could have put in probably about 3 or 4 different Vans in this spot, because Vans have just been that guy this year. They've just been hitting it. But I like this pair the best. For me, it is what it is, man. I like that black pair the best.
I think someone's been copying my homework, because at number 3 I have.
Are you serious? Are you serious? That's so wild, bro.
Exact same pair. And there's just so many different bits on it. Like, I wasn't the biggest fan of the souvenirs. I know people went mad for them, but I thought it looked like a bit of an moldy old school. To be fair, I was like, nah. The pearlescent pairs, beautiful. The slip-ons, the kind of the old schools, everything great. As I said, old schools murder my feet, so they're not going to get worn. Which is why these, authentics, they're the ones. And yeah, I just think, like, there's so many different bits, and the fact that as you wear it, it tears away with the checkerboard print underneath and everything. Like, it's
got a lot. It's a very good shoe,
pair of Vans that is reselling for like over £1,000.
Madness.
Work, bro.
Come on. So yeah, no, I think pair of Vans in the top 3. Love it. Erkin, what we got?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Hyper Crimsons as well. They were originally on my list, by the way, Prozek, so don't get any ideas. But no, I think Air Max.
Bro, I like the validation, bro. It's good to hear your numbers. You know what I'm saying? It means we're freaking along the same. It's calm, bro.
No, I mean, come on, man. You have to have a pattern in there somewhere, in your top 10s or whatever. Especially Air Max 1. Especially the theme of it as well. Netherlands, obviously World Cup year. We keep talking about it, but it just makes sense, man. When you think of the Netherlands, if patter isn't on your brain as a sneakerhead, there's something wrong. But yeah, Hyper Crimson, it's loud. It's definitely not everyone's cup of tea, but I think what they do on that shoe with the waves and that, you can never have too many colorways, man. I think I've got about 4 or 5 at this point. Do you know what I'm saying? Different colorways, but yeah, Hyper Crimson's top 3, man.
Yeah, good stuff. Number 2 then. Number 2. Prozek, what we got?
You're going with me, yeah. This is me. This is very selfish. It's very selfish, but it's not every day you get to actually work on a shoe that comes out. So I got the Better Generation and Ducey Adidas US Predator Salah. You get me? When it comes to football crep that come out this year, for me, in terms of storytelling, the actual shoe and the rollout, how you brought it all together. Bro, there's not one shoe that I can think of on that same level, bro. They're still putting marketing out to this day, bro. The shoe's sold out. The shoe's sold out. You can't get the shoe. The shoe's sold out. They're still putting marketing videos out for the shoe, for how sick the shoe is, bro. And just how much, and it's done great things in like the community in Houston where Better Generation are based, and it's done like it's just been a great shoe, and it's just not had enough hype around it, because it really, this shoe, like legitimately in terms of the storytelling and everything around it, should be like on everyone's lips, but because it was a very limited drop, like it's just not, it just doesn't serve the community to talk about it too much. But I will talk about it because I was blessed to be a part of it, and yeah, man, you get that shoe, you might get a very, very little piece, very little piece of Prozac coming to your yard. You get me? And back in the day, that used to be a scary thing for some people. But now things have changed. God is good, and now we're designing pin badges. Nah, crazy work, man. Crazy work. The storytelling, and we're able to piece it all together, get 26 different creators, but also have like a really cool shoe, really cool theme, really cool design, and obviously World Cup themed as well. You get me? Yeah. Very selfish, but it's my list, so I love it.
Super cool, man.
Yeah, and this is the thing, like, you know, when I was saying earlier about like coming up with lists of like top 5, you know, of different brands and stuff, there was so many from Adidas. That pair was in the list easily. Like, it's so good, and there's all these little things that are there that you think, yeah, they're just pairs that are kind of really outside that I don't think normally in most years would get spoken about, which is why I think there's so much good stuff. Kind of outside of the traditional big brands at the moment. So there we go. And yeah, I mean, Erkin, I'll just come to you for number 2. What have you got sat in your second spot?
I'm torn, man. I'm torn between the same pack of the Air Max 1 patter, the other crimson pair, which is sort of like more white and then obviously less orange and stuff. But at the same time, the Cryo Shot with patterns calling me as well, because it's like a time capsule release, you know, of the World Cup. Obviously, again on the R9, you know, with their own.
I'm not mad at it, bro.
You know
I'm not mad at it, you know.
Something different.
Like,
man.
do you know? I think the question is, yeah, right. I feel the thing is, it's just like flavors, man. That the Cryo Shot did way better than I thought it was gonna do.
Yeah,
in terms of how it looked in the designs as well, bro. So it's just what your flavor is. It's just that Craig David in it. Tell me what your flavor is, broski. You get me? Like, because I think the VAA one was sick. I think the Peace Minus one is great as well. I think the pattern one is top tier. Okay, sorry, I mispronounced it. Peace Manuse. But like, there were so many good ones, bro. Yeah, there were so many good ones, man. We should probably have like a tier list of like just those.
I was really surprised, actually. And
I'd like to say the red Jordan pair.
Yeah, it's good, bro.
Yeah, wicked.
It's really good.
Yeah. I think the Peace Manuson ones, the G Dragons, were
really good,
really nice. I think if you want a shoe that looks like more of a football shoe and very much like, you know, no, I'm wearing this because it's a football shoe, the patter one is the one that screams it, in it.
Yeah,
like it's just, yeah, it's got it all over it. Yeah, it's the R9 filtered again, isn't it? So
at all, bro.
Yeah, no, I'm not mad at that. Not mad at that at all. My number 2 is the Air Force One Nigo, the last Orgy 2.
Okay,
I completely spaced out on that shoe. It's crazy.
Now, I've said this before. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like that era is anything that I remember. Right? I can look back and I see pictures, and I see the old picture of like Nigo and like obviously that kind of era. It doesn't relate to me in any way, shape, or form, but I look at that shoe and it just immediately sends me back in time. Like, I don't look at that shoe as like, it doesn't feel like it fits today, but it feels like there's history in it. And obviously there is a lot of history in it, in terms of what the last Orgy 2 is, and obviously the things with Nigo and the fact that it's the first Nigo collab. Obviously, you know, he does Bape, so I mean, there's a little bit of tension there with the kind of the silhouettes and everything, but just the way it dropped as well, you know, the fact that it coincided with the Design Museum exhibition in London, you know, the kind of From Japan with Love and all this, and you had to drop and people queued out, and you know, it looked like everyone that went, you know, was there because they loved Nigo, they loved what the culture was around that. And it just seemed to bring people together. And not to mention, it's a really good looking shoe. Like, and
is.
it's
It
that
is,
shape. That shape is back. So yeah, I just every time I see that shoe, I'm just there like the resale's not even that crazy on it. To be fair, like it's not madness, but yeah, I just look at that and I think 10 out of 10. And you could again, that's a pair that you could put on with anything, and it's just gonna look good. So yeah, these are number 2 on my list. I just absolutely 10 out of 10. Brilliant, love it.
Yeah, crazy
That
pair, man.
shoe is fantastic.
I
No,
thought I wondered if this would be on your list because I feel like this is definitely up your street.
fully. I completely spaced out on it. It's fully up my street, bro.
Yeah.
That is, and I've been seeing people I've been seeing how people are rocking it as well. It's such a clean shoe, bro.
Yeah,
It's such a clean shoe. Like I think I saw a picture of J Tips.
I was going to say that.
Paris.
I was going to say that. Yeah.
He dropped it so cleanly, bro. I was like, that shoe is top tier, bro.
it means so much to like the culture in terms of like, you know, all of these designers and stuff that will have looked at Nigo and looked at everything that he did, you know, reading all of this stuff and kind of wanting to do that. So for this shoe to come out now, people to rock it and stuff, I think it's awesome. But that leaves us with our top spots. Prozek, I'm going to come to you first because I'm intrigued what your top one is actually.
So for me, some people are gonna say that I'm breaking my own rule in terms of retros, but it is what it is, bro. I will tell you that shoe is different, and we could have that discussion for hours, and that you ain't gonna change my mind. So my shoe, mine's the VAA Alaska, number 1.
Scott, take the floor. This is gonna be a long one, ladies and germs. Sit back.
It's all right. Yeah.
So hold on a minute. Hold on a minute.
On the side, isn't it?
Hold on. So I couldn't get the pink foams in, but this geezer can get the Alaskas in.
You can't tell me that's not a different shoe,
Scott.
I mean, the thing is, I know what your argument is in the fact that it is a different
shoe. Absolutely. It's my argument because it's true. It's a different shoe.
On the side.
Yes, it
what
does.
I will like, and whether I can go back and find, I don't know if we actually were doing video at this point when we discussed whether this shoe should release. And I'm pretty sure all of us were in agreement that not sure it should release depending on what the guise was with it. We weren't alone. I think nearly everybody said, "Oh, don't know if we should really bring it back."
We don't want Virgil's legacy to be tarnished for a money grab. So we didn't know the direction Nike was going, and plus Nike were in a bad way, bro. So like it could have legitimately just been a money grab, right? We heard the story. The story is somewhat legit. So we're like, you know what? It's good enough.
We're gonna buy it. Yeah, we're
gonna buy every single pair.
I think this is one of the biggest flip-flops I've seen from a community, though, in terms of there were so many people that were like, close the door. We don't want it. Don't tarnish the legacy. And then the second it's come out, everyone's like, shoe of the year, put it in there. And you know what? What I was more surprised at.
Throwing up free throws.
What I was really surprised at. Lots of people did the free throws.
A lot of people throwing out free throws, man. That's part of the game, bro. The rollout was sick.
To be fair, I thought the rollout was good. It gave me a different vibe. If we're talking about like the Nigo rollout and how the line and the community and everything and what I saw around that versus the VAA one, there was obviously a lot of people that were going for the VAA one because they knew there was money attached to it as well. Like the Nigo one, nobody was going for that shoe unless they knew what that shoe was, because you didn't know what was going to be there, and there wasn't much money on it, to be fair. But in like that shoe release and everyone has just gone, yeah, it's top. What I'm intrigued about is I think there's going to be a debate from a lot of people between this and the Nigel 4s. I think a lot of people are going to put those two as shoe of the year contenders, and I was intrigued as to where you were going to land on this and the fact that Nigel 4s aren't even factoring into your top 5. And spoiler alert, they don't factor into mine either.
Yeah.
But if you look at a lot of lists that have kind of been coming out recently,
they run there.
They're 1 or 2, and
Yeah,
then
they're up
these
there.
are like 2
They're
or
up there.
3 and kind of lower down. I mean, I can't really say much. I didn't go for the Alaskas. I don't like the off-white Jordan 1s. I never have done, and I was like, it is what it is. Don't say it too loud. Nike Yeezys are shit as well, but shh, don't say it.
Oh my days, he's gone
Scott,
mad.
He's on smoke, man.
The thing is, it's just again, these are shoes that it's very much, you know, they are Marmite from a design perspective. I really the 10. There's so many pairs in the 10 that I absolutely adore. Unfortunately, the Jordan 1 just isn't. It's just not my cup of tea. But I do think, yeah, for me, this is just, it's a rehash. It's the same. But you made the argument with the chlorophylls, right? I think the problem that let Erkin down is the fact that the Pink Foams released last year.
So
I
can I
think that's
caveat,
the
yeah?
problem.
If the Pink Foams didn't release last year, which they did, but they didn't, in terms of numbers, would I have been look at this guy in the corner. Like,
The thing is,
I have allowed
really,
them
the only thing that Prozac has got is the fact that there's different text on the side, right?
it's
That's
different shoe.
literally it.
It's legitimately a different shoe.
You
We have to
you
protect
can't
the
argue
sanctity of
fact that
design.
It's a different shoe because it
We
is a different
have
shoe.
to-
But
it's a different shoe, and there's different text on it because it is a different shoe. It's also got a different name, respectfully.
yeah.
let's be
Well,
honest, you know it's the same fucking shoe. That's the
Or we're buying it because it looks like
Same
the original shoe.
yeah.
But it's a different shoe.
so it's it's the equivalent of like a bad rep, then, isn't it? Like, you know, it's
Ooh,
the
a
same
bad
shoe.
rep?
It's
I
the
like
same
that.
shoe, but it's a bit
The
different.
best
It's like,
rep.
if you bought, just to clarify, if you went to a market and you saw someone rocking this shoe before this release and it had VAA written on the side, you would be looking at them and going, fucking fake shoes, get off it. But now they've done it themselves. It's all back.
All you're talking about is
Yeah, look at this.
if buts and maybes and stuff. VAA, you get me? Virgil's legacy, he left behind. God bless his soul. You get me, man? They brought the shoe, his family's involved. You get me? They wanted to take it all the way back to the first shoe that he
Wasn't the
and
first shoe
Nike
the
worked with.
Chicago?
No, but it's no, it was this shoe. The first shoe that he actually like deconstructed in their meetings with Nike was this shoe, right? And yeah, man, the narrative is strong enough, bro. We don't need a lot for us to flip flop on a Virgil crep, bro. It don't take much. You get me? But the least we gave the semblance
We know.
that we're like we're not gonna buy this shoe just for banter. Like, we need to know that everyone's being taken care of. And once we got the confirmation, we're like, bro, I'm gonna throw up a free throw. I wish I'd have thrown up a free throw. I didn't even get the chance. You get me? But yeah, that's me. I'm sorry, guys. I don't want to disappoint, but I have to be true to myself. You get me? The VAA is top notch, man. And maybe if there were other shoes allowed to be involved in my list, maybe it wouldn't have been number one. Maybe,
Yeah.
but we shall never know.
The thing is, right? Looking at all the other shoes you picked, and I agree with pretty much all of them, right? Like, I mean, we've got 2 of them identical, so fair enough. I think, you know, the patter is, you know, it's different strokes for different folks, and it's one of them that, you know, it's whatever your taste is. I think, and I know that obviously you'd probably put a Lorenzo top, but you know what? I reckon I'm looking at some of these, and I'd say, I think the shoes you put that lower down the list this year are better than this. And I only say that because we've seen this before.
I think that's a fair point. I think that's a fair point.
Is because the Alaskas, it's a bit like the Travis Ennett. Like, I can,
You've seen
I
it
can appreciate,
before.
I can appreciate you putting it on a list. I just wouldn't put it first, simply
You know
because
what?
we've seen it before.
Do you know what, right?
Yeah.
In the same way I could see it first for some people, I could see it 10.
Mm.
Because what really is it? The reason why it's first for me, is because I missed out.
Mm.
Not only, obviously, everyone missed out on the Europes when they dropped originally. Obviously, it was a complex exclusive or whatever it was. Like, only however many people got it, right? But I missed out on the 10. I missed out. Like, I have no off-white crap. You get me? I have none. right, in my
Yeah.
current collection. So like there is an itch, there is a void that I needed to fill to have that connection to Virgil and his legacy. So truth of the matter is, it's important to me for that shoe to be in my, and that's also the reason why, like, you know, like in politics, when someone says something that's kind of like your ideology is a little bit close enough for you to be like, no, I'll vote for that guy. It was like, it's not 100%, but I was 80% of the way there. You just needed to say a couple of things for me to be like, okay, let's go with that guy, right? And that's literally it. I wanted the shoe to come out so I could get the shoe. I just needed them to legitimately have a good reason why they were bringing the shoe out. And if they hadn't, I mean, this is me being honest, if they did not have a good reason to bring that shoe out, right? If they just started, because bro, and I called it out, bro, the brick after brick, I don't think that's a legitimate story.
No.
As much as I love Nigel,
everyone I'm seeing that's talking about, he's always such good storytelling. I'm like,
bro, that's for me, and this is me where I see Nigel in his storytelling.
Nigel, what happened there? Oh, Nigel
Sylvester.
Nigel
Sylvester. Apologies, because from when he's liking and reposting my stuff, man, I feel like we're on them kind of level.
Anyway, Nigel down the pub, yeah.
No, but respectfully, I have him in an elite, like I have him in elite company when it comes to storytelling, right? So when I feel it's authentic, bro, he's gonna be 10-10. When I feel it's not legit, bro, I'm gonna call it out. And this is the thing with this shoe: if I felt that, begrudgingly, I would have not bought the shoe.
Yeah,
begrudgingly, I would have not bought the shoe, and that would have been my story. No, I've not worn it. I don't know if I will.
Thing is, bro, I will counter that a bit, yeah, because obviously you speak for yourself, but there are other people, and no shots. This is just generalization. Like there are people saying similar to what you're saying. I'm not gonna be buying the shoe, because I need this, I need that to tell me it's, you know, validated from his family and this, and they'll still buy it and stay on their high horse. But it's like, yeah, I get it though. I do get it. Like it holds weight in the sneaker community, but at the same time, for me as an Air Max guy, not so much a Jordan guy, I don't have that. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't look at that shoe thinking, oh my God, like whatever you guys hold that shoe in a high regard to, I can't, because I was never into those at that time. Do you get what I mean?
You know what? It's a weird one for me, because there's pairs that I look at and I go, I really love the Prestos. Obviously, are ridiculous. The 90s, I really like the 90s. You know, the Desert Ore pair, I always loved. I don't know why. I can't really put my finger on it, but if they re-release that now, I don't think I'd be that mad about going for them. Like I feel like the moment's passed for it. I don't get me wrong, I do love them, but I just think like, I don't know. There's something about it that just doesn't.
There's a 10-year anniversary.
I know there's a 10-year. I'm very aware there's a 10-year anniversary, and
just be careful what you say, Scotty, because
you know what, the Prestos, the Prestos are one where they, in my opinion, they're a level. 100%. They're a level above everything else.
100%.
But it was such a moment, and Virgil being there and bringing these pairs out, and you know, listening to him go through it and everything. And I think now, like, to bring these pairs out through VAR, I don't know, for me it just hasn't hit the same as it does with him there. And obviously they're still great shoes, we're not kind of disparaging any of that, but I think the thing that grabs me, like, it's like the Sean Wotherspoons. I would go for the Sean Wotherspoons if they release, of course I would. Absolutely. Like, they're Grail level, but there would be a little bit of me that's like, it's not the same as the first time.
Yeah,
it's just because there was a special moment around it, and
it can't be the same as the first time, man. But then the thing is, we can't rewrite history. We can't pretend we were there.
No, we can't. No.
Like, and this is my thing. I'm not gonna pretend like I was on it at that time. Similar to like the Yeezy stuff. Like I wasn't on it. On it. So if I'm coming back around, I'm just gonna come back around and own that, because that's part of the story as well. Yeah, that's okay.
No, definitely. And on that, I mean, Erkin, you're number one. What we got?
Yeah, I got the Earls collection, Asics or Asics, potato, Gel Cumulus 16, man.
Strong. Man.
I'm gonna moan again. Louis, if you're ever listening, we didn't get a UK release, man, and obviously Scott got burnt by the import fees and everything else.
Yeah, crazy work, man.
Unfortunately, the hairline fund needs to fund somehow, so we didn't want to take that risk. But I'm in my Asics bag at the minute. Gelkiano 14s. I keep speaking about this shoe. Most worn shoe past 2 years. And yeah, this shoe just looks like an art piece that you want to wear. You know, some art pieces that go on your feet you don't want to wear, but these, and along with the football boot as well, I think it came with
Yeah, rugby boot.
beautiful,
Yeah, we're
beautiful.
rugby / football boot. Yeah.
Yeah, we speak about storytelling and everything. And yeah, this just comes with everything: details, packaging, story, and it feels like proper sneakerhead was involved in this, not just like we've spoken about before, timeless times, cash grabs and this and that. But yeah, bro, this one for me, I can't see anything topping it, and I don't even have the shoe, so that kind of says it all. But yeah, man.
Yeah, that's also my number one. Like nothing comes close to it. I like it. We were talking about, you want a comfortable shoe. This is it. You want storytelling. This is it. You want materials. This is it. You want you want to know, unlike what's going on behind the shoe, the person behind it. And we hear all these people, as you said, oh, my grandma was born in this shoe and all this. Like, this is what I love about this, is the fact it's a rugby player, a really high level rugby player as well. Played for the New Zealand Warriors, and the fact that his career ended as it does, and he transitioned into streetwear and fashion, and he's managed to get this Asics collab. And the first one was literally, he got the phone call the day after his dad died, and all of this, and the way that the shoe is kind of put through, and every single detail of that shoe means something, and you can see it. It's not like this color means this, and it's like, well, that's a fucking reach in it. Like, you can see it, and the fact
I don't know what you're talking about, Scotty. What are you? Can you be a bit more specific?
I don't know. There's a man that really likes bricks, but yeah, it's like this shoe. What I love about it is the fact that Louis has now gone, and it's like, he's got his 2 Asics. Earls is doing really well, but yeah, nobody in the UK or Europe is getting these releases, which is annoying, and you get stung. But even people that maybe aren't normally into this, Aussie Damo picked up a pair. He also got stung. That's how I found out I was going to get stung, because he let me know. And he's a Jordan 1 low guy, and this shoe is in his rotation highly. And it's the fact that now Louis he's gone back to the New Zealand Warriors and is now designing their kit from a streetwear perspective for the rugby kit, and also the boots. So it's like, all of this stuff. And, from what I've heard, he's just a genuine guy as well. Like, he just loves it. So it's really full circle. He seems legit. The shoes are 100% legit. There's just nothing about it that I can fault. The box, the wrapping paper, like literally every single thing about
the
it.
Insole,
I just like, it's just, at the moment, there's just been nothing that has come close on any level. And I'm looking at our lists now, and I love it, because there's such a variety of brands across all of this. Yeah, we've got obviously, you've got Adidas, you've got Nike, you've got Jordan, you've got Vans, you've got Asics, you've got, if we'd have been doing a top 10, there would have been a fair few New Balance in my list as well. There was, I know we mentioned the Jound kind of pair that's just literally just about to drop. That would nearly came into the list as well. Like, it's brilliant. And I know when Nike does do badly, and people do generally wear, obviously, Nike and Jordan, and there's many people that do that. People go, oh, maybe it's not the best year, but actually, it just gives room for other people to go, all right, let's show you what we can do now. Let's turn your head a little bit. And I think people's heads are turning. If it's not Asics turning a Nike Air Max head over, you've got a guy that's doing Vans and stuff. It's great. And yeah, very varied lists. Well done. I'm impressed. Yeah. So we'll run down our list. So my top 5. So I had the Travis Lowe Shy Pink pack at number 5, the Adidas ZX 8000 JMMC, the yellow pair. Number 4, the Vans Satoshi Authentic at number 3, the Nego Air Force One Last Orgy 2 at number 2, and the Asics Earls Collection at number 1. Erkin, do you want to run down yours quick?
Yeah, number 5 was the Air Max 95 Mercurial R9. Number 4, Pegasus Premium with Amma Meunier, black or cream, whichever one. Number 3 was Air Max 1 Pata, the Hyper Crimson. And yeah, number 2, Pata again with the CryoShot R9s, and Asics at number 1 with the Earls Collection Gel Cumulus 16.
Prozac.
All right, number 5, we're gonna go with the Travis Scott Shy Pink pack, Tropical and the Shy Pinks. Number 4, we're going Pata Hyper Crimson, Max 1. Number 3, we're going Satoshi Yakamoto, the Vans New Era 95 Lucky Charms. Number 2, we got the Better Generation, and you see an Adidas US Adidas Predator Salah Grassroots, and in at number 1, we've got the VAA Alaska Jordan 1.
Solid lists.
Proud of us,
Good.
boys.
Yeah,
no.
no, good list, man. Good list, man. Like, there's enough from each of us where we're like on the same wavelength, but like our differences shine through in where we've ended up in the list as well. So nah, it's good.
And you know what? I'm looking at the pairs that like you've got on here that maybe I haven't, for example. And actually, I'm looking at it and going, well, they'd just be in a top 10. It's just they haven't made my top 5. They'd be in my top 10.
Yeah,
I'm so glad you just said that, because 100% that Cumulus, that's in my top 10.
Yeah.
Because at the heart, at my core, I'm a story guy. You can't get away with it. As
Am
much as I don't,
Vomero,
bro,
what a shoe,
bro. There's good shoes out there, bro. There's good shoes out there. You get me? Like, so yeah, I just wanted to touch on that point, because when both of you said it, I was like, you know what? It absolutely would have been in my top 10. And I knew it was definitely going to be someone's number 1. I just didn't realize it was going to be both of you number 1.
No.
But yeah, I just wanted people to know that that's in the top 10 without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah.
Purely based on the story alone. The shoe's fantastic, but the story, woof.
Yeah, we got a long way to go until the end of the year, and there'll be a lot of stuff that changes. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, that will be an interesting one.
Can I throw a quick question out? I know we're about to close, but can I throw a quick question out? Is there anything that we are expecting will be in our top 10 by the end of the year that's not come out?
Ooh. No. Oh God. Can't think. There's nothing that I know of coming for the rest of the year that I'm
excited
wanting.
about, innit? Yeah.
It's tough, man.
I mentioned the Air Max 95, the Paisley ones, like that are coming. That they ain't gonna make my top 10. That's a personal pick that I will love, and I like the colorway and everything about it, but it ain't gonna make a top 10. But yeah, I mean, I might be done for the year.
Yeah.
Maybe the Lost and Found 90s, the infrareds.
Yeah, this Lost and Found pack might
Are they for next year? I think all of this
I'm not sure if
year.
I'm not sure if it's this year. I'm not sure
if it's as well. That could be it as well.
There's just nothing.
Yeah, not really, man. Jordan 4 breads, but I've got the reimagined pair that I'm trying to flog.
I was gonna say, those breads that are coming out, are they reimagined? Is it, or what is the story with those? Are they
apparently?
Because I felt they were just a retro.
Yeah, apparently. But obviously, you guys and your stipulations. So
yeah, if it's just a retro, I can't include it. Although I mean, it's top 5. They've
Just
got the reverse.
Just get a pen and write something new on the side, Erkin, and you'll get it in. Don't worry.
Do you know one shoe that I'm almost 100% almost, because there's almost, you never know with these shoes. Remember, I was at the beginning of the year, I was talking about the Jordan 4 London.
Oh yeah,
I'm not sure about that shoe now.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
I'm
yeah,
not
we
sure
knew
about
that.
I'm not sure about that shoe now,
Looks
man.
like you stepped in doo-doo. Come on.
Stepped in Dookie. No, man. I'm still disappointed, but I do want to see what they end up with. So let's see.
There's I mean, I don't know if you've seen the Jordan 1 love letter. The kind of the brown. I think that's what they were calling them. It's like it's like
yes,
like the brown suede looks really premium.
No, I think I have seen that.
They look good, but I think the black suede looks a bit cheapy personally. I think the brown suede looks beautiful, the black suede not so much. Obviously, yeah, there's a few.
Nah.
There's meant to be a J.
You know what?
Balvin.
That gives me Mocha vibes, by the way. Remember Mocha High vibes?
You know what? I was gonna say it's a cross between a Rookie of the Year and a Mocha.
Mocha.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Mad.
The J Balvins are like butter. I don't know
Mm.
about that.
Nah, I'm not
I
sure
don't know
that
about that. I don't know about it. They got the same color as butter, man.
Yeah. No, there's no there's not really anything else that I'm aware of that I'm like, yeah, I really need them. Like there's a few things that might pop up, but I just don't think they're for me really.
I was surprised that nobody in their top 5 had the Union Fragment Air Jordan 1s.
Oh, that was this year. Wow.
Yeah. Surprised.
Wow.
This is what I do like about doing a top 5, right? And the top 10s is because if you're not thinking about that shoe, it can't be that great, can it? Like if you've forgotten about that shoe and gone,
I was
then,
thinking about that shoe. It was tough.
yeah. But
was
if you're like, this is the thing. There's when
It's a good shoe.
oh man, I forgot about that, and it's like if you've forgotten about it, it's just not on your radar, is it? It's not for you, which is absolutely fair enough because there's so much that comes out, you can't remember everything. But the ones that you love, you remember, right? You know, even if it's the most niche pair, you'll go, I remember that one. But yeah, I
decent,
think,
but like it's also we've kind of seen it before. Yeah.
So
lads,
and again.
Yeah.
Sorry, lads, just quickly. The Kith 95s dropped in America. In adult sizing.
boy.
In adult sizing. So
You can include that one. You can
Yeah.
include that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
top
Yeah,
10
I might get that involved as well. That's a crazy shoe.
That's a good shoe. Yeah,
That's a crazy shoe.
Yeah, well done, everyone. And yeah, nice little roundup of everything going on. So, yeah, on that, we'll wrap up this week's episode. So, thank you, everyone, for listening and watching to the Triple Dot Podcast. You can find us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your podcasts. Give us a follow, give us a 5-star rating and review. If you like the episode, please comment on everything. We're feeding the algorithms. You can find me, Scott _Sneaker Teacher on Instagram. Erkin, where can they find you?
Yep, Life of a Broski on YouTube. We are diversifying the content. Recently done an Xbox review, Xbox One X. So for all my gamer broskies out there, lock in. And yeah, Instagram as well at Erkin Hassan. And yeah, that's where I'm most active. Anyway,
I'm Prozac. Where can they find you?
Yeah, PROZECH on most places that you get social media. So yeah, man, feel free to reach out. Also, man, let us just reach out on the Tripled Up as well, man. We've got the Tripled Up profile on Instagram as well. Feel free to reach out on that. Send us messages, questions. Like, you never know, man, you might feature on the episode as well, man. All about building the community and building engagement, man. So yeah, feel free to do that, man. We love it.
Yeah, 100%. And we shall catch you all next week. So on that, peace, Manuso.
Peace.